Miami Dolphins played the Denver Broncos. This is a football team, okay, guys? NFL. Final score was 70-20 for Miami. And there's an all-time record that is 73 points. Like the most points ever scored in a game is 73 points. They have 70, Miami, and they take a knee. There's time on the clock and they take a knee. Now, that is so disgusting to me. I mean, it's disgusting to an infuriating standpoint, and the head coach for Miami came out and said, that's not what we came here to do. And running up the score doesn't send the message that I believe we're here to send. Now, I believe him. Like, that is inundated throughout the culture of football. It is not the competitive game that they lead you to believe. They will put in second strings. They will quit running plays. They'll run instead of pass or pass instead of run, whichever one they're worse at. They'll do what they can to not have a score differential in a sport that is directly determined by a score differential. And I would just never make it as a coach for that. I'll watch a football game and I'll see these guys running on the field. They're jumping up and down. They break through these paper. They're running, and then they jump, and they jump in the air, and they like hit each other in the chest. And it's basic biology, guys. Anything that's red hot can only cool off. And there's no great athlete that you've ever seen that would behave like that. You've never seen Jordan run onto the court before the game starts and use up all of his emotion and energy before the clock is running. You've never seen Floyd Mayweather do that. You've never seen Tiger Woods do that. You've never seen Serena. You've never seen Simone. You can even use it in football. When these guys are running, they're jumping up and down, they're breaking through the paper, and they're screaming and going crazy. High school, NCAA, NFL, when they're doing that, you don't see John Elway joining them. You don't see Joe Montana joining them. You don't see Peyton Manning joining them. They walk onto the court calmly. They don't use up their energy. They don't hoop and holler. They wait till the clock starts. Then they use that energy to score points. I only bring it to you because it's this very different mental concept. And to see a team run out the clock instead of scoring points is so anti-competitive to anything you would ever want to teach. And when the Miami Dolphins coach came out and said, it sends the wrong message, I wish he would have furthered that thought. Well, what is your message, coach? Only score when you have to? Only score enough? Beat the spread? Stay behind records? Don't get attention? Don't give your guys playing opportunities? Don't give them workouts? Show mercy? Like, what is your message? And it just has to do with the way you came up. I don't even know that coach's name. I just know that he said that. But I guarantee he came up this way. The people that coached him, his own father perhaps, but the people that he respected, they told him these things. He thinks he's noble and righteous to do this. There is nothing in sport more disrespectful to your opponent than playing with him. Nothing. If you have the ability to score and you don't, it doesn't matter if you're throwing fights. It doesn't matter if you're throwing rounds. It doesn't matter if you're throwing plays. If you have an ability to bring your best against an opponent and you don't do that, you're now playing with them. You're now showing them charity. It is humiliating. There is nobody out in Denver right now that watched you win 70-20 and thought that you were a gentleman for not going for 73. If there's time on the clock, you play ball. If you're not here to play ball when there's time on the clock, we have a major legal issue. The government regulates the sport of combat, but if somebody was to throw a fight or throw a round, you have a legal issue at this point. And for the NFL to stand back and for the football community to act as though that was sportsmanship and or brave and or appropriate, it's anti-sport and it's against what you came to do. You sold tickets to people promising them 4 quarters of play. Then you took a knee and ran out the clock instead of playing the 4 quarters. It's not right. It's not the right message. And the Miami coach is not noble for doing this. He's corrupt. He's crooked. He followed the culture of the sport, but that culture should be looked at. And everybody that bought a ticket to that game and everybody that advertised in that game deserves some money back.